Which I saw an article. We're going to go back to The Little Mermaid, but I did see an article like they're narrowing the person down. I'm like, I want to figure out who it is. I don't know why. I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, who is it? Is it a Republican? Is it a Democrat? Who did it do? Who did it do? Who did it do? Whose camp are you in?
Do you really care?
I do. I want to know because I want to make a story about it.
I don't care because we already figured the motive. The motive, if it's a Democrat, is to get everybody riled up, go vote. The motive is a Republican is to make them stick to their words about getting rid of it.
But that's why I want to know because I want to know who I wanted the. I couldn't think of the word. I was gonna say C, but that's not it.
I wish you had held it. And then everyone would have been thinking whether their video paused or not.
Yeah.
Is it playing?
Is she frozen?
The only time you know it's playing is if the numbers move. Like, it is playing. What's going on?
Welcome to another episode of Diva Court where I'm not looking.
You are looking. She be looking.
I'm your host, Marsha Mignot, and with me is my cray co-diva.
What we talking about? Well, I can be crazy as long as I'm not angry.
She's not angry. She's crazy. Okay. Dana Tire Slashing Smith, that would be. Okay. We're not responsible for anything she's going to talk about.
Okay.
Nor are we liable for her feelings.
I slashed your tires because I'm crazy.
Not because I'm angry. You better ask somebody.
We need help. We are not responsible for the things or the topics we're going to talk about. Nor do we own them. Nor do we want to own them. Because this show is for edutainment purposes only.
I am responsible for my feelings. I'm not responsible for no one else's feelings.
Oh, so that means we're not responsible for your feelings then.
So.
Please look for our episodes every Wednesday. Subscribe. Find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcast.
Google us.
Be sure to catch our videos every Wednesday on YouTube. Check us out. We're changing the many. Oh, you remember in the Bible, the coat of many colors. We're like David. He got the coat of many colors.
If you want to see like Daniel with his coat of many colors.
Whatever.
See how I did that?
Daniel, David, Paul, Peter, John, whoever. Coat
Malachi,
of many
since we're naming biblical names.
Check us out on YouTube, people, so you can see the colors you like.
Because he was down for a minute.
He was out.
But he was down.
He was down and out.
But he was part of the plan.
Actually, he was up and over.
Yes. This episode is sponsored by Cutie Nails and Spa, offering manicures.
Yes.
Pedicures. Facials.
You can get that.
And lashes. Enjoy a spa experience at Cutie Nails and Spa and let a team of cuties take care of you. Not a harem. Don't go over there looking for no harem.
They going.
Woman King, the movie has been released.
Yes, Woman King.
All right. Tell us about Woman King and why should we go see it?
Oh, you definitely should go see it. And I'm so happy that Woman King came out after the angry black woman went out shooting.
So what are you trying to say? Woman King is an angry black woman movie?
No, it's a powerful woman who saw through the odds and was out there. It made me want to become like a warrior princess. Like, I got to get my, because, my boxing game is on point, but I got to get my tire slashing game is on point. But my machete game, not so much.
Okay.
So I have to get that on.
You got to get your machete game
learn a couple of flips and stuff.
Okay.
Yes. The movie is great. Some haters was out there talking about, they were selling slaves and everything like that. They talked about that.
But isn't the movie about history? So how could Viola change history?
I know. Like, do you want her to lie?
I guess so. They said it's a movie. You can lie about it. You can lie about it so long as you're not lying about crimes, because you'll be charged like Young Thug and his group.
Well, here's the thing. The one person I saw that posted that, it was my cousin. I know he ain't seen the movie. See the movie first. Stop saying it like you saw it. Like,
we know one thing about this diva. She'll out you whether you're family or not.
I think he was just like, woman can. What? Women in power? Oh, no. Let me Google something so I can find something wrong with it.
Oh, so he just wanted to say something negative.
He is the captain of the woman haters, the black women haters. I'm just going to say that. I won't say your way.
She didn't say your name. Your wame.
I was about to say I won't say your name, but it came out. And all of my family members' names start with a D, so I'll leave that to you.
I won't say your name, DeAndre Jordan.
But yeah,
your cousin is going to get you. If he
better watch the episode.
He will watch this episode and strangle you when he sees you next. I love it. I saw Viola. I saw her interview. I think it's fantastic.
Yes.
She was on Good Morning America. She said that the training was to die for, and she almost died doing it. She said she was telling the producers, "Hey, look, I'm not young. I'm 50-something years old now. These young girls can do all this kicking. I'm gonna be dead on this set if y'all make me do that." She said it was hours and hours, 5 hours a day. I was like, "Woo, that's a long workout, sister." But you look good.
She looks so powerful. Like,
she is
I don't know if they angled that camera to where she looked like she was the best person out there.
Wow.
I don't know if it was camera angles or they were like, okay, y'all soften up.
She said she actually did train. She said it was 5 hours a day, and she was committed. And she said she put her body through things she never knew her body could do.
You know what? So this is not really a spoiler alert, but there
it's
was
a spoiler
actually
alert.
a gay man in the movie. I'm not saying like the men weren't like not naturally gay, but like really gay. But like it was actually a gay character. But in my head when I was watching it, I was like, I thought they like
didn't have gay characters in those.
I thought they would kill because he was a prominent man, part of the kingdom, like a advisor.
Yeah, so
but
that's definitely fiction. Because they would have.
Right, I was like,
okay, Viola.
I thought they dug
you got a little bit of lie in there.
I thought they dug a hole, throw you in there, and
yes,
run
people
horses.
were actually being killed for that stuff, so that he wouldn't have been openly gay.
Listen, I mean, it wasn't like he was kissing a man.
Don't know, because religion.
Religion, what?
Christianity is the carrier of that torch.
Yeah, well, that torch would have been carried.
Well, no, Muslims were doing that too. They're Muslims.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
those doing that too.
No. Yeah. Maybe it can work it in.
There's a lot of cultures.
Yeah.
A lot.
There's a lot of cultures that have nothing to do with Christianity.
That has nothing to do with Christianity.
What I was saying is, I was thinking the time period of religion where we're falling at. So if we're in slave trade, we were talking about early 16.
Yeah, but they were talking about the gods. They weren't talking about the Christian God.
Oh, okay. So if they were talking about the gods, then definitely not Islam is in there. So some of those rules may not necessarily apply.
Sometimes they had, I mean, even the Hebrews had many gods. They had Yahweh and all the other gods. That's why in the Bible it says, don't put any other gods before me. He didn't say there are no other gods. He just said don't put them before me. So they were having issues with that, and that's why they kept going back to the gold. But that's another history lesson for another day. So I say all that to say, it wasn't monolithic until time.
No, what I'm trying to express is like those rules, right? Specifically about how who same-sex involvement and all that kind of stuff. Like those hard and fast rules didn't apply until more organized religions came around. So
is that an assumption?
It's more. You can look back.
Well, maybe it wasn't enforced, or it wasn't so prominent.
Look in Grecian history, you can.
Or maybe they didn't just write about it.
Greece ain't in Africa.
No, but I'm saying
they was out there. They was animals and
everybody. Nobody was off.
Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. Bestiality came from Greece.
You're wearing your Greek pattern, and you're over here just gonna make that.
I'm channeling my inner Grecian.
So you
Is that aggression? No. Is that aggression or aggression?
Hey, did I get it right though? Did I call the people by their right name?
The aggression.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, there you go.
Yeah.
Just as long as you don't say
I've
Wade.
never said that word before.
Just don't say Wade.
Well, I'm glad you said Wade because I actually meant Wayne. Sorry. Sorry.
Wade.
His name was Wayne. And we all start with a D. You just picked that up. That's what I said.
Okay, you are done for real. You getting extradited.
Well, you know what? He put it on Facebook, so I can talk about it. It wasn't like it was a secret conversation where he said, "Don't tell nobody."
Oh,
he on
he
Facebook
posted.
like, according to the blah blah. First of all, you ain't seen the movie, okay? I know you didn't see the movie because there's a black woman in it. So you ain't seen the movie, and then second of all, you just probably tried to find something
Negative.
just negative
That you could
to
just
say.
post.
So you probably Googled the homie, which is so cool because like the homie, that's our
homie.
thing. That's
the name of the tribe. The
Yeah,
homie.
The homie.
That is
and
cool.
the homies decided not to sell any more of the homie.
Hey,
So
that's what
anyway.
I like, Viola. I'm with that movie because the homie not selling the homies.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Yes.
I thought that was the moral of the movie anyway.
Yeah,
it was
but
that but what was wrong with why would people focus? Well, let me take that back. I know why people focus on the negative because the positive is too much to handle.
Yeah.
But you would focus on the negative instead of the big picture because I think the
Yeah.
big picture of the movie was, hey, even though there were slave trades and even though blacks were engaging in it, when we come to our senses and we analyzed what we were doing
Right.
and realized our conduct wasn't necessarily lining up with
changed.
our people and supporting our people, we changed. So why is that not the narrative that
Yeah.
everybody's pushing?
And if you don't change, then you're an idiot.
Well, why wouldn't you evolve?
Ask Joe Biden. He changed all the time. He always changing.
And I'm
First
all
from
right.
the-
I'm
this
all
and-
right. I'm all right
And
with that
that's
change.
why he's great as a president.
Yes, because
always changing.
he's
Just give him-
open to change.
Yeah, and he probably be forgetting what he be saying.
Ain't nothing wrong with
'Cause he
forgetting. You
old.
forget too.
That
You
is
want me to go
true.
back to the episodes?
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. But like, why are we focusing? The costuming was amazing. I
That's
was looking
awesome.
at the makeup and how I was like, "Ooh, these are some great makeup tips. Maybe I should show up to work."
Oh, please
with
don't. Please don't.
This makeup.
Not where
I'm gonna
you
put
work.
like some couple of dots on my head. I'm gonna
Not,
do my
not,
eyes.
not where you work. Please don't.
Why I can't?
I don't think it's.
They can't say nothing.
They
Well, they
really
won't
can't
say nothing.
because it's such an eclectic,
They won't say
place that they'll be, even if they don't like it. Oh my gosh, your makeup is so unique.
Yeah.
I think
different.
I am
It looks
so,
different.
Listen, I'm gonna show up as an African warrior princess makeup.
Oh, Father. Can we take a picture of it?
I just got so empowered by
I
those
just
black
want-
women.
I
And
just
then
want-
like the strength.
So
of
you
them all.
needed that movie to be empowered?
No, it just re-inspired, just like Black Panther. I wore my little. I did. I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes I wear outfits more than once, but that necklace set that I had on set.
The chains that was
Oh,
choking you?
Yes. The big.
You wore
gold
that
one.
to the movie?
Oh my gosh! And then when I went to the movie, I saw somebody who had it on in the movies, and not in the movie theater, but
Right.
on the screen. I was like, "We matching. That's my cousin.
No, okay. That's not your cousin.
It
That's
is my
okay.
cousin. That's the homie.
Oh, and you're a homie?
Yes, I am.
All right, homie.
I saw the one little lighter than most girls in
There
there.
was in the
Lighter
lineup.
than most.
I
That
said,
was
where
my,
they
that was
find
my
her at?
auntie. Great.
Well, I love what Viola said when she was on Good Morning America. She said there was somebody who had posted and she saw about there being, another movie about dark-skinned women starring. And she was like, could you show me where the other ones are?
Right.
Because the last time I checked, I couldn't find one. Okay?
Look,
So she said she purposely did not want any light-skinned women in the lead roles that she was doing.
oh, okay. In the
She
lead
was
role.
serious.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
She said she was serious about that. She wanted to, because she said she remembers being that little young black girl who, because of her skin color, was always ugly. That she
Yeah.
was always considered ugly, and she wanted all the little dark skinned girls to look and say, "Oh my God, I can be pretty,"
Yeah.
and that their voice matters and that they matter. So I love that she's unapologetic. She was
unapologetically
Yeah,
black.
yeah.
And you know what? If dark skinned girls winning, we all are
Everybody
winning.
wins.
We all are winning.
Everybody
Like
wins.
Like I actually be liking to see more dark skinned women in these roles.
I think it's fantastic.
You know.
I think we should give people roles based on their expertise, based on the quality of their
How
work.
about based on the region?
That too.
How you gonna be?
If you're making a
Egyptian
movie.
movies, you can't be white and be from Egypt. Okay. Back in those.
I guess you haven't watched the 10 Commandments.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, you can't be black and be under the sea, apparently, either.
Woo! Woo! Okay.
Oh, you tried it.
Little man-made.
Oh, try.
Mermaid.
Okay, so first of all, there's a difference there. And I like how you transitioned into our next topic. Go ahead and let us know what it is.
Mermaid. Okay. Little mermaid.
Okay,
little black mermaid, that is. There's a huge controversy, listeners, about Little Mermaid starring a black woman. I find that exposes, in my opinion, the gravamen of the racism that lives in America. There was, I think, 1.6 million dislikes. Are you serious?
Do they?
Who is disliking the fact that
I
a
thought
black?
They don't show dislikes no more.
No. They
YouTube.
were
Huh?
on YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube
there's
trailer.
YouTube dislikes?
Yeah, they were
I thought
disliking
if you hit dislike, it won't show up.
No,
it will just
no. YouTube video.
You talking about Facebook?
no.
I think
you can dislike on it might be Facebook. You can't dislike on YouTube because there was a whole
Yeah, you can.
controversy.
Like and dislikes.
I think
Go
you
look
could
on
like and
YouTube.
dislike. You can. No, you still can.
You can hit dislike, but it won't show the number. So the admin has the back.
Well, the reporting, because I was listening to NPR.
You see what I'm saying?
And NPR was reporting.
We don't get no more dislikes no more. We don't get no more dislikes. We only get likes.
Look. We
I want to see dislikes because I think, oh, you entertained.
I would too. I would too. It'll bring controversy and it'll make people respond. So sometimes
you can push anyone. They don't do
Sometimes,
you
if you
dislike
believe
them.
like Donald Trump believes, no news is bad news and no publicity is bad publicity. But
Yeah.
to have that many people saying that they don't like it,
Facebook then.
It
might
probably
be Facebook.
It's probably Facebook. YouTube don't
because
show
they
it.
mentioned the number, and that's what shocked me. I turned
Or
the radio up.
admin, whoever's the admin can see the dislikes because when you hit
But the
dislike,
admin, Disney wouldn't share that.
No, I wouldn't
Probably
share
not.
that either.
unless it's a Supreme Court leaker. Which I saw an article. We're gonna go back to the Little Mermaid, but I did see an article like they're narrowing the person down. I'm like, I want to figure out who it is. I don't know why. I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, who is it? Is it a Republican? Is it a Democrat? Who did it do? Who did it do? Who did it do? Whose camp are you
Do
in?
you really care?
I do. I want to know because I want to make up a
I
story
don't
about
care
it.
because we already figured the motive. The motive, if it's a Democrat, is to get everybody riled up, go vote. The motive is a Republican, is to make them stick to their words about getting rid of it.
But that's why I want to know because I want to know who I wanted the. I couldn't think of the word. I was gonna say C, but that's not it.
I wish you had held it. And then everyone would have been thinking whether their video paused or not.
Yeah,
Is it playing?
Is she frozen?
The only time you know it's playing is if the numbers move. Like it is playing. What's going on? But yes, I kind of want to know.
I don't need to know.
Who's
Back
the
to the
mole?
Little Mermaid.
Who's the
Back
mole?
to Under the Sea.
Under the Sea.
Not
Okay.
under the Supreme Court. Mm-hmm. This is just crazy for me. This is crazy. It's 2022. Mm-hmm. And we are talking about equality and where's racism and y'all was using the black card and and now we have even Disney, even fictitious characters.
All right, so
a mermaid is not real.
All right, so I'm about to throw.
So why would she have to be white?
I'm about to throw all of this up. I'm about to jack up the algorithm. Couple of things. Let's go back to the producer. He said that, oh, you didn't mess with the Little Mermaid, but it's not a historical event. So
First of all,
it's a little bit
the mermaid
different.
is not real.
That's what I'm saying.
So what color
It's not a
she is,
historical
we
event.
make it up.
So we make it up. So for you to say, oh, they messed with Little Mermaid
Based on a true story.
it's based on a true story. Okay, because you said it. And how is the Lobster Caribbean?
Trump won the election.
Yeah.
How the Lobster Caribbean?
Trump run
Is
the
that
ele-
not racist? That the lobster's Caribbean? I think that's racist.
Because they calling us crabs,
Right.
and he's not actually
Crab.
a lobster; he's a crab.
Do
Yeah.
Caribbean
I thought
people love crab?
We don't know because they
I don't know.
They don't
I'm from
all.
Africa.
They don't all love it.
We like goat.
They don't all love it. Goat and sheep.
Do Caribbean people?
They like
is,
goat.
Is Jamaica in the Caribbean?
They like goat. Yes, it is.
Do y'all like crab?
They like goat.
They like goat. Well,
Most Caribbean islands like seafood.
yeah. So,
But it's because
I
it's
always
the
thought he was a
land. You eat
lobster.
from the land, no matter demographics. You eat from the land.
Yeah. So the crab is Caribbean.
Or the sea, I should say.
Is Caribbean. So why couldn't, I'm just saying. But anyways, so there's that. So
the crab is Caribbean if you're not at the doctor's office.
All right, so
There's that. It can be all colors if you
What kind of crabs
It's
do
the color
you have?
It's the color of the skin. It just matches. It's like transparent. I don't know. I haven't had them before.
Praise the
I'm
Lord.
Just assuming.
Hallelujah. Let's drink
guys-
to
I know.
let's
No crabs. To no crabs. I don't want no crabs. A crab is an animal who ain't gonna get no love from me unless I'm eating it. But they can't.
That's
Do
still
they
not
look
love.
Wait.
If you're eating it, that's not love. I just want to let you know.
I just have a question. Do they look like little crabs?
What you asking me? I've never had them.
I mean, well, this one seems
See,
like
this
you know
is the
everything.
problem.
Do they look like little crabs? Like, do they look
We
like?
need to be doing and investing a lot more in education. This is
So you
why
think
we
they-
can't avoid the conversations of sex in school.
So you think
Or crabs.
do you-
Because we really don't know
do
what they look
I mean,
like.
I remember taking a self-education.
Sex education.
No, that's exactly what they did for
I
you.
took self-education.
You
A
learned that by
self-education.
yourself.
No, it was about self-esteem. That's why mine is flourishing right now, and I'm not taking what you're saying to the heart. Okay, self-esteem class. They don't teach those no more. We're gonna get back to
They
Little
don't
Mermaid.
teach sex education anymore either.
But I remember taking.
They used to take it home ec.
I
Home
remember
economics.
taking sex education. I don't remember seeing the.
They didn't
pictures
call
of
it
the
sex
crabs.
education. They called it home ec, and they into
No, they call it health.
yeah.
Health.
Yeah.
Home ec
Ours
was
was called
different.
home ec,
Oh, okay.
and they just squeezed it right in there, so your parents wouldn't
So
know.
back in your day, when you went, they were
Oh, that
like,
would be
This is how
yesterday.
you know if your
Okay.
husband is cheating, since you at home cooking. These are the signs you want to look for. Because you're supposed to be homemaking. But just in case.
It was called home economics. Thank you. For her, it was called health. Did y'all cook in health?
No, we did not. We had
Oh.
we had a room for home economics where that's when they had the baby and the.
Yeah, so we did it all. Our home economics
Was all
was
together.
global.
Now, health
it
was
was
separate.
taking care of the baby. We were given an egg, and you get to paint your egg. And you know what was cool? They taught us how to put a pinhole in our egg and get rid of the yolk and the inside of the egg.
Why was that cool?
Because they didn't want us walking around with a real egg that we could smash on each other.
Oh.
We were kids.
But quiet as it's kept, that's another way that if you put a hole in it on both sides and you blow in it, you can make sure you don't get no eggshells in your scrambled eggs. So it might take a little longer, but
Oh yeah, that's a long time because it took us a while to get that egg, out of there without cracking the shell.
Yeah.
But then after we didn't crack the shell, then we were able to paint your baby, and you can make your baby.
you know
how
now
want
they
you-
just actually give out the baby, and they make it.
That's
cry.
no fun. That's no fun.
Is it not fun?
No, I think the egg is
not
better.
a baby. I mean, no.
Well, all right. First of all, we know Dana is making sure that you don't have fun with the baby, so that's why she likes it.
What is that? I don't understand what you mean. I don't understand whatever you mean.
He said the anti-abortion person wants you to have no fun with the baby.
So then at least you'll keep your legs closed. An egg, you painting it and stuff.
I'm sorry, but that's not gonna make them keep their legs closed. You blowing blowing egg out of hole of an egg is not gonna make you keep your legs
That's
closed.
what I'm saying. That's why you need the real baby.
So
that
you can have no
cry,
fun.
That cry, that whine. It's on a timer, and it just be crying, and you got to figure out
So
what it is.
you want the experience to be negative,
Oh,
not
exactly.
positive.
And
Well,
keep-
our experience was supposed to be positive, and it was supposed
That's
to teach
because
us
of the time that y'all came
how
up
to
in. Because you supposed to
responsibly
stay your
take
ass
care-
at home and watch this kid. This kid ain't never gonna cry. You get the paint on it. And then check your man just in case he make sure you don't have crabs. But going back to Little Mermaid,
I think it's crazy. I think it's fantastic. In fact, what I find even crazier is the person chosen is not even dark skinned. She's not. Yeah. She's more brown, caramel looking. So I'm like, good Lord, you really racist.
But here's the thing. If you in the water that long, you will probably not be that dark because you just kind of soggy and stuff.
Wow.
And then here's another thing. What if they made the Black Panther white? Would you be okay with that?
So wait, what?
What white Black Panther? I mean, if we
There
call
are
them,
white Panthers.
No, all right. Here's
so it would have to be
Here's
the
the
White
point.
Panther. It couldn't be the Black Panther.
Here's the
Where
point.
they make the but he's a Black Panther, as in he can turn and.
Do you know what?
Wakanda is in Africa.
Yes,
It's a
of course.
fictitious.
A fictitious
Do you know when?
country.
Do you know when?
In Africa.
Little Mermaid was made.
When?
No, I'm sorry. I said when. Where?
Oh, where?
Where it was written.
Under the sea.
And I thought it was in the Caribbean because
Under
the
the
Jamaican.
sea.
No, because you let
Accent.
Disney trick you.
Yeah,
into it.
Disney tricked you with that crabs.
Yeah,
So-
it did.
With them crabs.
It's
Don't let them
actually-
put them crabs on
Yes, he
you.
did.
Actually, a Danish, Denmark, right?
Yeah,
Danes.
I know
It's a
that.
Danish story. It's
I know the
Copenhagen.
background, but they didn't say they was there. They didn't in Wakanda. They was like Wakanda forever, Wakanda, Africa, blah blah
What do you
blah.
mean?
blah,
Okay,
blah.
so
Say they
based
were
based
there.
on the Danish story, you're saying that she needs to be white? Last
That's
time I
what
checked,
he
my
said.
Danish
No,
wasn't
no,
white.
that's what you said.
No, I was just throwing in a monkey wrench. Like you said,
Why it's got to be a
fantasy-
monkey?
it's
Is that
fantasy-
racist?
Oh snap! It's not.
Why you can't just throw in a wrench?
I don't believe in
Why your
evolution,
wrench got to be
so-
a monkey wrench?
I don't believe in evolution.
Only
so-
monkeys have
you
wrench?
Not,
I don't
wait,
believe in
let's
evolution.
Explore this a little.
I don't believe in evolution. I don't believe we came from monkeys.
Oh my.
Oh, really?
God.
Let's talk about this. White people gonna tell us that we came from
From
White
monkeys.
people.
Right.
Do you think it's only white
Wow,
people? Who
black
said
people
this?
didn't tell you came from monkeys?
I mean, there's a few, but anyway,
To be honest with you, I think monkeys look more like white people.
right? Maybe
Straight hair, thin lips,
hairy back.
hairy backs, hairy legs.
Maybe they transcended from him and they got so jealous that they figured it out that they put it on us. Because why? What? All I'm saying is this. I don't know what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that
That's why I started this show with, we're not responsible for none of the things she's
I
going
lost
to
track
say.
of that. Y'all stop throwing the monkey in the wrench.
Okay. Well, maybe if you stop using the monkey wrench, we would. we wouldn't have-
Going back to Little Mermaid, what I'm saying is that would you be upset if the Black Panther
Was a white panther?
was a white man?
I think the question is better asked because it has to be an original black story. So have you heard the story of the Anansi?
Is a Nazi gonna be
Anansi?
white?
Is it the movie?
Not a
The-
Nazi.
A Nazi.
A Nazi.
Anansi.
Oh, a
Nancy?
Nancy.
Yes.
Okay.
What is that? Like
It's
is
like
that
a
an
spider.
old school-
It's a spider story.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an
it's a
old school
spider
term
story.
for another word.
No. No, a Nancy is a story of a spider.
No, I have not heard of. Does it have to do with the itsy bitsy?
No.
No,
Okay.
It's a Bits is different.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is you need a comparable black story where you're like, all right, this was originally told by a black people.
So it would be in my head like Charlotte's Web. If they made Charlotte a black spider and the black spider was a black woman's voice and then all the surrounding characters were black, to me that's the same thing as the Little Mermaid. But with Black Panther, I think it's different.
I don't think you're making
A comparison.
viable comparison.
Well, they was on a farm
It
in
would-
the country. They shoes was off.
Close enough.
They had overalls on.
See, but what you're describing is something that could take place. Like a black farmer could have.
A
this
black
happen
farmer
to
didn't
them.
have overalls in Africa.
No, I'm saying
They had
This is
overalls
what
because
you
that was they
just
was
changed
forced to
the
put
gosh.
on. You know what I'm talking about?
I
Can
am
you put
telling
yo African farmer in overalls?
No, I'm saying
They
Charlotte's
didn't have
Web
overalls
is
on.
in Nebraska or Kansas or whatever. It
Right.
is, right.
Ain't no black people over there.
Yes, there are.
Ah, it's about five.
There are black.
It's
farmers,
five.
and that one
Black
black
people
farmer
don't-
She
No,
said
no, no.
one.
Could
One
have
farmer.
Charlotte.
Listen,
Could have
black
Charlotte.
people are not from cold climates, so they're not really from there.
So they were planted there.
Okay.
Exactly.
Does the black farmer at that point in time live in Kansas? Yes.
Okay.
So
we
it
can
could
do
be
it.
Oh, so
possible.
are you saying there's no black people in?
No, you're. That's what you're
Dane?
saying. Oh well,
Is it
first
Dane?
of all, I probably increased
Denmark?
the population when I
Denmark.
went there.
Oh, you
For
did?
sure. I'm pretty sure I calculated.
you went- you was
I was
there.
probably 3%.
All right. About the same.
You made it go up.
About the
I
same
made the
as
trip
Nebraska.
and I made it go up.
The same as Nebraska. It's the same as
3%.
The only black people in Nebraska.
was 2.5 when I
on
got
the
there.
college football team.
Oh, 2.7?
Yeah, about that.
And then I
only-
made
I
it
mean,
3.
if you play football there, why not stay there and open up your corn
Why?
farm? And
Why?
you can.
Because
Everybody loves
the
you.
land is- the
There's
land
no.
is-
Everybody loves
hold
you.
on.
You could get a box.
hey,
you could get a box.
Dave
bag.
Chappelle did that.
You
Dave
could-
Chappelle did that.
That's Ohio.
Yeah, but he did
in
that.
Ohio.
He's in the cornfields.
There's black people in Ohio. That's
no,
different.
but where he went, it was country cornfields. That's why he was fighting the other
You
day to
should've
keep it
said-
country cornfields.
You should have said Kanye West, because him in Wyoming is a whole different story. Like, ain't no, but you know, his wife is Kim.
Was.
Was.
So what's the name of his song? All Fall Down?
When it all fall down. You should have known that was going to happen.
All Fall Down, sir? Was
all
that a
of them.
prophetic song?
There
Were
you
you
go.
prophesying over your own life, sir?
Well, there it is.
I'm just
Well,
checking.
getting back to Little Mermaid. So you're saying that it's different with the Black Panther.
Yeah, because it's not an originally black story.
So it could have a white character then.
Who could have a
No,
white
what I'm saying is it's built around, like it's built specifically for that purpose.
Oh, okay.
To market.
So you
to
could
black
never.
people.
So you could never.
So
if
you
you're
could
gonna
never-
create a black country
It's
for
not-
black people
it's
with
not
black power,
culturally. Yeah,
I got
exactly.
another one for you.
because it's all fictitious.
X-Men, right?
Okay.
Xavier and Magneto, you know they were based off of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. And they made them white. I'm just saying.
Okay, but again, they're based off of, and what I'm trying to say is,
So why we can't
you're
get a
marketing-
Black Mermaid?
I'm not saying you can't.
Well, you did, because you
No, I
said
can't.
in transition.
I said.
Do you want to run the tape back?
He said, except for.
No, what I'm saying is, for your comparison, because you're trying to compare to find an available thing for us to be angry at that white people
Who
made
said
something
I want
like.
y'all to be angry? I want you to be passionate.
Oh,
Because
I'm sorry,
black
I
women
forgot,
are not
forgot.
angry.
For something.
That's right.
for
Unless you
something-
see the gun.
For something that for something that
Exactly.
you want us to be crazy about.
I don't want you to be
Right.
crazy. I just want you to have a different perspective.
Yes. Open-mindedness.
So
There you go.
what I'm
Nothing
trying
wrong
to
with
say is
that.
there needs to be like an original black story that is told within our culture that is like, oh, no, that's supposed to be
Black.
a black,
Because that's the story.
right? Because that's the
So-
story. It's
So
our
Viola
culture.
did a great job then.
I think she did.
But that's not
Because
a
she
story.
casted
That's
it-
historical.
Based on the
Right.
historical story.
Right.
Yes.
That's historical.
Yes.
The Little Mermaid is not historical.
It's
Exactly.
So
hysterical.
that's, exactly. That's why she could be switched out.
Yes, right.
But you're saying Black Panther,
Couldn't be
even
switched.
though it's not historical, is in a contents of Africa. But although,
it's built for that specific purpose. So
But-
to do that would be counterintuitive to what.
well,
you
tell
built
that
the
to
purpose
Moses
for. Well, Moses
Well, they
did a lot of
changed it. Yeah,
counterintuitive
yeah.
stuff.
and
What
Egypt,
are you talking
okay?
about? Oh, you're
Yeah.
talking about for the.
10 Commandments.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, that's to portray to a white audience. There, we were clearly the ones who
Yeah,
built
we
the
knew
pyramids.
that. We knew that.
So but why can't we get
So what we should have done is maybe Tyler Perry should do it because it's not too
that
late.
Is again back in a time of racism, right? Where you need white stars to sell to white people because
Right.
we're pushing to white people. Now we're bringing in marketing versus what is good for the
But
story,
they
right?
pushing those. Y'all do know that when they make a movie for black people, they saw Black Panther. Black Panther made more money than any Marvel movie ever made.
Yeah.
So they said, "Oh, if we make the Little Mermaid black, we don't need no whites to go see it. All the black people, they like to spend their money on everything."
Yeah, but then the white people said, "Oh wait, a black mermaid?
How
We're
many
not gonna
times-
watch."
Who went? How many white people you think went to see Black Panther?
Lots of
Enough.
them after.
Yeah.
Enough, but I mean, there will be enough white people to see.
Of
Little
course, they're gonna
Mermaid.
go see the mermaid.
Right, so I feel like it's still gonna make-
people of color are vowing to buy 5, 6, 7 tickets even if they don't go and just hand
Yeah,
them
that's
out
what
to
we
other
do.
people. So we're
Black
gonna
people,
support the
especially
Little
with-
Mermaid.
Especially with Black Panther. Make sure you buy 5 tickets.
Yeah, and watch your ticket too, because remember that there was a game being played at one time where they don't want the movie to get the credit over the
Yep.
box office weekend, and they would give you the wrong ticket at
Yep.
the movie theater. So they've been advising people, look at your ticket to make sure it actually depicts the movie you actually paid for to go see, so that your movie gets credit.
Yeah, that's why.
Which is crazy.
on
But
one
I
weekend,
think Tyler
did
Perry
on my
needs
app.
to redo the 10 Commandments
That
with
would
a
be
black
cool.
cast.
That would be real
and
cool.
take Yul Brynner and all those people out of it and put in the real colors and make it like it's supposed
I
to be.
just want to say, ain't nobody gonna sit down for a 3-hour movie.
They went to see
Hey.
the Passion of the Christ.
And they
Who is
With
they?
white Jesus.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Who they?
Jesus.
Let me tell you.
they?
Let me tell you how you get them to sit down for a 4-hour movie. cut it into
Chicken.
one. No, put it on Netflix and cut it into 1 hour
Chicken.
segments, and people will binge watch.
They have some. Get your free chicken and watch this movie. I will. Be
You
there.
are
and
horrible.
it can't be like
You're a racist diva.
I'm not racist.
She
I'm
said
talking about.
it can't be no KFC. It got to be Popeyes.
No, quiet as it's kept. I know this is probably going. I'm gonna have to pass my black card. I really like KFC's original.
Yeah,
Their
there's
original
nothing-
is
there's
good.
nothing wrong with
It
that.
is
I like
good.
that. I
Stop
like
talking
the
about it
original.
because you're gonna make me want some today, and
know.
it wasn't even on my mind.
No, I'm talking
Especially
about some
when it's
like
hot and
JJ's
fresh.
chicken and fish chicken. You know what I'm saying? Some good wing. I don't want the like.
No. Popeyes is up there now. Don't
No,
play.
no. I'm talking about. Have you been to JJ's before?
No,
JJ's chicken is like the chicken that you fry at home.
at the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Mama's
want some
fried chicken.
good chicken. You know, something that I could fry at the house and it's already hot while I'm there. Because when I went to the movie to see Woman King, oh my goodness, I stopped at Red Lobster first and packed the bag. I'm just saying. And it was the worst meal ever. Red Lobster is trash.
It is trash now.
It is
It's
trash.
We
now.
were talking
Unless-
about that.
It's trash
with
now.
someone.
Unless you want to sponsor us, it is trash. Let me
Well,
tell
they
you.
can revamp, and we'll be there for the.
No, they
revamp.
have to revamp. They're
Let
gonna
me
have to be
tell
like
you.
McDonald's. You remember when McDonald's went down like that at one
The
time?
only thing that was good was their French fries, and that's
That was
the only
it.
thing they had.
McDonald's had to revamp, and they had to come with a cafe, and they had to compete with Starbucks, and they had to clean up the restaurant because they were dirty. They were
the only
filthy.
thing good about Red Lobster is their commercials and their Cheddar Bay biscuits. That's it.
That's it.
And the clam chowder because you dip it
No,
in the biscuits.
we were talking about
Even
how,
the clam chowder's falling apart.
how Red
because it comes
Lobster-
out cold. It's not hot anymore.
How Red Lobster used to be like
the top.
the
Yeah.
top,
The top.
notch.
Yeah.
Like,
Seafood. If
it
you
was
want
like,
a
if the
seafood-
family- you would wait an hour and a
Yes,
half
to
for
get a
Red-
table.
for
To
for
get
Red
a
Lobster.
table. Every time.
I wouldn't even wait a minute and
Nope.
30 seconds
Nope.
for
You ain't
Nope.
lying. I got all that food, and it like y'all didn't put salt in the noodles when y'all boiled
Hey,
them?
it was.
Y'all
it's-
didn't. It
Let me
was
tell you
so
something.
horrible.
Even the shrimp now look like they've been in the freezer. They freezer
man.
burnt.
Are they
They're
really
shriveled up.
Are they really cooking those those lobsters that are in that? Like,
No, they're not
Y'all
cooking
just
them.
holding them in captivity. It's
Yeah.
just straight slavery.
Let them red
Speaking
lobsters go.
of captivity, they need to get some bail.
Well, before we
Yes.
go there, before I want one more
Yes.
thing with
Yes.
the Little Mermaid. One more thing. The other issue is that yes, the Little Mermaid. Whoop, we got one. However, the storyline is a very weak woman storyline. Ain't no black woman gonna shut up for no man.
Okay, first of all,
What?
why are we that deep into the Little Mermaid?
I'm just saying, like,
We're under the sea. Can't we just eat squid and watch sharks swim
Like,
around?
you took her
Why do
voice.
we
The
have to
lesson
go?
is you don't invest it all in a man, especially your gifts and talents, just to get a man. So
Hey!
you're trying
Right.
to learn a lesson.
That can
not
preach.
Right.
Her weakness. You're trying to learn past
How
the
not to give
look
away
through
your
the
gift.
struggle.
No.
How
no.
not to silence yourself for a man.
We-
do
but-
without one.
But black women have been learning that for a long time.
Well, this
We
is
need
for
to
the
learn
younger
how to be a
generation.
little bit more vulnerable.
Well, the younger generation. No,
Hold
hold on.
That's how. Listen.
Hold
wait,
on.
Let me say
If-
this first, and then you can come for me because I'm about to give you some more fire. You know, that's why the Little Mermaid had a man because she shut the fuck up. That's why we over here we can't keep one. We have to learn how to be docile sometimes.
I can't come back.
We have to
from that.
learn how
I'm
to
done.
shut up. be
She should have
vulnerable.
let me talk first. Cause
You
I
have to
can't.
learn that you don't have to have an opinion about everything.
Oh my
Be
God.
seen and not heard. Hello?
Oh my word.
If you
Oh, my
want
word.
your man, you have to let him be a
I
man.
am
Shout out
so-
to Candace Owens. Stop making him obsolete trying to be so strong.
I listeners, it's so much I can't even unpack that grip.
Go for
That
it.
grip is full of luggage. I shouldn't even call it luggage, baggage. First of all, let me break it down for you. We are not going to be seen and not heard. First of all, a strong black woman has an
Because
opinion.
that body be banging.
And she's entitled to it. Okay.
And that skin be glistening.
And she doesn't need a man. And if she needs one,
What you mean she don't
hold
need a man?
on. She don't need a man bad enough to sacrifice herself
Okay, please.
and her voice
Okay.
just to have one. That's my position.
That is true.
Okay. I do agree that in any relationship, whether you in one with a man or a woman or yourself, okay, that You don't have to respond to everything.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to make a mountain out of a molehill every day. And yeah, you could tone it down every now and then because you don't have to be so crabbits and jump on everything. And I too am learning that because when you are confident and you have self-esteem, because it's esteem of self, so
Yes,
it comes
it
from
is.
inside.
I took that class.
Every now and again, you think
Self-education.
I have to check.
You got it. They don't teach that no more. That's why they be out here committing suicide.
We
You know what
have
I'm saying?
to, and that's a problem
they didn't
too.
make it fun.
I was in the church.
They gave him the baby. They didn't give him the egg.
Man.
So that's my point is she doesn't have to sacrifice her talents, her gifts, and herself in order to have a mate.
And that is why we didn't necessarily need that message. That was for the white woman, and that's why they want her to be the
But
white
think about
woman.
it. Think about it. This next younger generation is getting, the message is so extreme on every level.
Yes, it
and
is.
you could really have your cake and eat it too. Here's what I mean by that. I don't have to stifle my voice to have a man, and I don't have to destroy a man or emasculate a man in order to be a woman.
That's
or to
true.
be independent or to have a voice.
Right.
So the problem is you can have both. You don't have to sacrifice your
Yeah.
voice. It's okay to speak when it's time to address an issue. You don't have to oh, I'm not going to say anything about that. I do have an opinion, but I better keep it to myself. You don't have to do that. But you still don't have to say, I don't need a man to hold a door for me. And if a gentleman says, hey, come on, I'll open the door for you, you could say thank you.
And be the main ones like, ain't no good men out here. That's
Yeah.
because you told them to go away.
Yeah,
Because
you
you
told
don't
him
need
not to open the door. And to be honest with you, now they're concerned because the lines are so blurred. He doesn't know if it's sexual harassment to hold the door.
know.
Just to hold the door. He doesn't know if it's sexual harassment to say, wow, that's a cute outfit. You look nice today.
Yeah.
He don't know if that's sexual harassment. And because everything is so touchy-feely
Yeah.
about and the rules are blurred. They're blurred. They're not clear. In one situation, it's like, oh, she's being too sensitive. And another guy does it and you're like, lock him up.
Yeah.
He's molesting people. Charge him. Take
Yeah.
him to jail. And he's like, are you serious? I just saw this happen. So it's all over the place. We're too sensitive and we're not creating a clear narrative,
Right.
a clear explanation. What is appropriate? What's inappropriate? I don't think that women go through painting their face, putting on all that war paint
Right.
all day long for somebody not to say, hey, that's cute. That looks nice. Why are you doing it then if you don't want a compliment? And I don't think you put it on
Right.
your face.
For myself. Why y'all out here? For myself. I went and
You
saw
think they-
angry
you
black
think they
woman
lay-
today,
And now I'ma paint
and
my
I
face.
realized that I need to paint my face like that because I'm a black warrior.
I'm a black warrior. No, I'm painting my face.
No, it's okay to paint your
No,
face
no,
if
no.
you want to paint your
No,
face for you.
I'm painting it to make sure they know this ain't what you want.
You're sending a message.
Yes. I'm
And the
sending a
message is, I'm here, I'm woman, hear me roar.
Hear me roar. Row. Shout out to Black Panther.
But that's what I think. I don't think we have to sacrifice our voice to have a man, and I don't think we have to sacrifice the man to have a voice.
Can we drink to that?
Absolutely.
I like that.
We put that together. She did that. Now let him out for a cash bail or let him out for a regular bail.
Oh, I had one more.
We don't have to have cash. I am moving on from that.
If it come
mermaid.
back, I'll just bring it. Because I forgot anyway.
This,
I forgot.
speaking of Sleepy Joe and not him and him not remembering.
I'm just trying to be like my president.
Look, your president's 90 something. How
I'm
about
just trying
you?
to be like my president.
So Illinois governor listeners and the legislators have eliminated the cash bail. I agree. Let me explain first of all why I agree. Cash bail is all about cash. That's why the
Where
word
them
cash
dollars at?
is in bail.
Where them dollars
Cash
at?
bails is unless you have money, you cannot get out. I think it's wrong because it creates bail only for the wealthy. It's discriminatory. It is disparate treatment against poor people, and I don't care what color they are because you can be white and poor. And I don't
that a
think.
thing?
Oh, you never found it?
Oh, they wasted.
Have
their
you been to
white
Virginia?
privilege.
Have you
They
been to
Oh,
wasted-
Virginia?
no.
They white
Understand.
privilege.
Have you
They
been to
should've
West
moved
Virginia?
Somewhere else.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they wasted their
That's
white
the only
privilege.
thing.
Just hop
But
on
it's
a
hard
Greyhound.
because you're also poor.
Correct.
So
Just
that's
hop on a
that's the-
Let me
Greyhound.
tell you something. Poor
Poor is poor.
Poor is
I
poor.
understand that, but if a middle class black person came on there, they still would think they better than them. So that's
Yeah, because it's a mindset.
I know. So which is why I don't feel bad for you.
No. You're not saying you feel
can,
bad.
You
can
can
just
take your floppy shoes
you just
and walk to a different
You don't
state.
have to feel bad. You just have to recognize.
Yeah, you know they flop because they it's talking. It's just talking.
Flip flop.
They just.
So
No, I'm talking about the actual shoe is open in the toe area.
oh, my first.
And it just
I
be
can't
flopping
take
because
it.
they need
my
new shoes
last,
'cause they
my everything. Okay. So Illinois did the right thing. Okay. Because cash bail is just all about money. It's not going to make your county safe. It's not going to make your city safe. It's not going to make your state safe. So the fearmongers who have jumped on Illinois' rule, all they're trying to do is scare you into thinking if you pay money, you're going to be safe. The only way that would work is if you're paying money for a bodyguard. And even in that situation, you're still not 100% safe because unless he's jumping in front of a bullet for you and the bullet doesn't go through him and hit you still, then you're not necessarily as safe as you think you are. Cash bails need to be eliminated in every state because all it is a money grab. Okay, so OR bonds, own recognizance is what it's called in some jurisdiction. Signature bonds is what it's called in other jurisdictions. You sign yourself out of jail. You should be able to sign yourself out of jail because bond under the law, under the Constitution, is not punishment. I know it sounds like punishment because every time the media shows it, they want to show you some angry family going, we don't want them to have bond because we'll be safe if they stay there. Wait a minute. Because tire slasher, serial killer, he's still in the backyard at your house. Okay? Because this situation is isolated. This person probably knows the person that they killed and is not a complete stranger to the person that they killed. So don't pretend as if you are any safer because that one particular person is in jail. Okay?
So they're letting people who commit murder have a signature bond?
No. So let's get it clear.
Clear that up.
Let's get it clear. First of all, regular bonds still exist, right? Because regular bonds are surety bonds. And surety bonds are, we need some kind of surety. You need somebody with a job that's going to sign that they're going to make sure you get to court. Because the purpose of bond, listeners, is to assure that you will come back to court when your proceeding is scheduled. It's also to assure that we know where you are when it's time.
And this America. And in America, you not guilty until proven innocent. So
Oh, really?
everybody,
You're not guilty until proven innocent?
You said it correctly for Black America.
For black persons. But really, the law should be you're innocent until proven guilty.
Right. So that's why
if I wear and I'm cloaked in the presumption of innocence,
Then-
why should I have to give money? Cash money
my freedom.
to somebody for my freedom. Wait, y'all said I wasn't guilty yet. Remember? You're only arresting me based on probable cause.
Can I-
Because think about it. Think about how many
I
people that are
can't pay
arrested.
to get out of jail.
No, but think about how many people.
You know, can I pay? So instead of sentencing me to 10 years, how about I pay 10,000?
Right. And guess what they said? They said that the reason why they wouldn't do that is because, once again, only the wealthy would not have to serve time. Because if I'm rich and I'm an Einstein or a Weinstein or a Bernstein, all I got to do is crank out the 10 million, the 20 million, and I'm free. Now, if I'm Bubba around the corner or I'm Billy or Daquan, I'm screwed because I don't have any money and I can't pay that 10 million to get out of jail. So that's why the law does not allow you to be able to buy your prison time, because wealthy people would buy prison time and poor people would still serve prison time for the same acts. Same acts. You stab your mom in the eye, she's dead. I stab my mom in the eye. You out walking the streets because you got 10 million.
Waiting for another mama.
Waiting for another mama to stab in the eye. And I'm in prison serving life. That's not right. So that's why we don't do it. But cash bails are not making your community safe. I just want to make that clear. Other surety bonds are still in place. Property bond is still in place. So if you own property, you can put up the property so that if you don't show up to court, we're going to take the property. If you abscond, if you run, if you flee the jurisdiction, we're going to take the property. So what that does is the property is to say, oh, they own land. They're not going to walk away from their land.
Do
or
you
they
have to
own
own
house.
it free and clear? Or they
No,
can
you
just
don't
put
have
a
to own
lien?
it free and clear. Some jurisdictions you have to have 3 times the value.
Okay.
So if there's a mortgage on the property, it has to be 3 times in equity. What's in equity? So
That's the only time when you like, I hope this mortgage.
no. I hope this mortgage is low
Right.
and this property value is high.
Or no, once they get it, then and you get out, you know what I'm saying?
No, it
And
doesn't
you don't
matter
have to
'cause-
pay it back. I hope this.
No. They're
mortgage
keeping
industry-
the property. That's what they're
Oh,
doing. Yeah, they're gonna.
Oh, they just thought they put a lien on it. So
No,
when
they
you
don't put a
sell it-
lien on it, but if you don't come, then the property is in jeopardy. And that's why they want you to have 3 times the value, because they know that they can't beat the mortgage company. And remember, the mortgage company is the first lien holder.
Yeah.
And if the property is not valued enough, then only the mortgage company is going to be paid. And then that property bond doesn't make sense, because now the sheriff's department still didn't get their money. Because there wasn't enough money in the property for them to get paid the amount of bond that they set for you.
So it's the sheriff department that get the money. I thought it was the
Sheriff, baby.
I thought it was the bond company.
Sheriff. The bond company gets a percentage if they put up the money.
Okay.
But if the bond is forfeited, then the county gets the money.
So if okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So the bonding company will say, your bond is $30,000. And you'll say, I don't have $30,000. And the bonding company said, we'll go on the hook for the 30 grand, but we'll charge you 10%. So bring 10% to my office. I'll take the 10%. You're never getting that back. That's not refundable, because that's the money I put up to take the risk regarding the 30,000. Because if I can't produce you in court, if I can't make you come to court, then that 30,000 I have to fight with the government, because now I owe the government 30,000.
I wonder how often they'd be fighting with the
Well, that's why I have bounty hunters, because bounty hunters go find you because they're not paying $30,000.
dog, the bounty hunter.
That was like, I'm coming to get you because I'm not paying this 30 grand. So they come and find you. That's why when you're doing the bond, they want to know your mama's name, your grandmama's name, your uncle's name. Do you have any tattoos? You know, what's your, do you have fillings in your teeth? What tooth is it? Because they want all the descriptions of you.
Any descriptive marks on your butt cheek?
In the descriptive marks.
So that we can find you.
You sound like a good old South Carolina sheriff. When you said that.
So the cash bond is not helping you. The cash bond is not making you safe. The cash bond is not going to lower your crime rate, because just because.
Listen.
Let me tell you something. If that worked, think about it. Why would we have recidivism? Why would people repeat offense if prison really worked? Why would somebody come out after 20 years and commit a crime within 20 days?
So do you think that
Is that not crazy? Some of them 20 hours.
Is going to start giving everybody no bond?
What do you mean no bond? But
No.
you can't not give a bond. You have to have a reason. Remember, bond is not punishment.
Like you're so much.
You're too black?
dangerous.
I'm sorry,
You're
you're
so
just too
dangerous
black.
to the community.
They use that, and they
Yeah,
can use
that's
that.
what I'm saying.
But it has to be substantiated, because remember, a denial of bond can still be appealed while the case is pending. So if your defense counsel is really good and your judge is really bad, and your judge decides that you're a threat to the community without any evidence that you really are a true threat to the community, then that could be overturned on appeal, because the appellate courts can hear it interlocutory and say, nah,
So
give them a bond.
What level of crimes does this cover?
All crimes, because that's why
All
there's
crimes.
Yeah, think about it. There's a case
So
called
what
Iola.
do they have? What do they have? Like what do they have? You think you catch a serial killer?
Okay, so if you think you catch a serial killer, you're not going to court and saying, okay, this person is not a threat to the community, because you're going to have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bodies that you are going to say
But
we're
he's still innocent until proven
Well, you're
guilty.
still innocent to prove
Right.
guilty, but we can't afford, because it's a balancing act. We can't afford for you to go out and kill 10 more people while we're waiting to determine if you actually killed these 8. But we have probable cause, because guess what? We've got your fingerprints. We've got your shirt at one of the scenes. We got your modus operandi, the way you break in every time through a window or through a back door, or we have some evidence to prove that you are involved in all 8 of these murders.
Okay.
You
So
understand?
if you're like a serial robber or a
Yeah,
person who
you got to have some cereal,
Yeah,
whether
some
Cocoa
cereal.
Pebbles, Cocoa Puffs,
or Frosted Flakes.
or Frosted Flakes in your meal before I could say with a straight face. Now, trust me, prosecutors across this country all day long is using that. You understand? Remember, they said Bill Cosby was a flight risk, and it made him cuss for the first time, because Bill Cosby was against cursing, except for when they wanted to take
What
his
word
freedom.
did he say?
He said,
That
stupid
bitch.
He called him a stupid ass. Stupid ass. Because they were like, he's a flight risk. He was thinking, where am I going to go that people not going to know I'm Bill
Right.
Cosby? Are you serious? I can't run. I can't run because they were arguing against him having an appellate bond. Because when he got convicted, he wanted an appeal bond. He was like, we know this conviction is not going to stick. Don't put this man in prison. Let this man come out on appellate bond. But they denied his appellate bond because he's Bill Cosby. And we were after a particular outcome in that situation. But back to Illinois, where they're doing a fantastic job. We are proud of Illinois. Thank God somebody in Illinois has some sense to understand that crime rates don't go down. Now, you have people who are lying and saying that the crime rate in Illinois is going up and now they got rid of cash bond because that's how you scare people into wanting to do
the
things.
crime. I mean, well, we know.
I bet the person
in
who's
Chicago,
saying that is a person who's connected to a bonding company.
In Chicago, the crime is bad. Like when we went up to Chicago. And we went to go visit one of our family members, and it was like, "Well, make sure you don't go across that."
So you
street
think it's
after
bad
night.
because people not being able to pay money to come out?
No,
Cash?
I'm
You think
just saying
cash?
it's bad
You think
in
cash is gonna make it
Chicago.
safe?
I'm just saying it's bad in Chicago.
That's my point. Cash is not gonna make it any better.
So what if he's like a gang member and he,
No,
well, I guess he would be a serial killer because he probably got a couple of bodies.
He would
on
have
him
had to
too.
have a couple of bodies on.
Do we consider gang members to be serial killers?
It
Well,
depends.
it's just it's
Do you have to have some type of religious
Serial-
or some
no,
type
no,
of
no, no.
psycho-
Serial killer is not
killer
connected to
is, it has been associated with
the
a
number, multiple killings.
Or is that
modus
mass murder?
operandi.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I thought it was connected to the number
No, that
of
was mass
people
murder.
and the
That's
type of people.
That's a mass.
Well, that's a
So-
modus, but that's a
If you are just young 20-year-old females that work at a fast
Yes.
food restaurant, then I'm like,
Exactly.
whoa, because you're targeting a
a
specific.
specific thing.
Or-
I
Well,
think
so
it's-
as a gang leader,
Right.
I'm targeting the
You're
thug that's trying to
young.
get my money.
young black drug dealer who work on that corner.
Hello,
You know who else is a serial?
stealing my
You
customers.
know who else could be considered a serial killer?
Who?
People who have more than one abortion.
Wow, you went there.
It'd have to
More
be,
than one.
She went
We
there.
have to have more
it'd
than
have
one.
to be alive.
Like
Yeah,
how
it'd
many?
It'd have to have a birth
It,
certificate.
How
first of all, it would
many-
need to be
how
a
many
baby.
abortions-
It'd have to have a birth certificate.
How many
to have a
abortions
death
does that
certificate.
make you? I was watching this.
No. Ask that crazy question you about
No,
to
I'm about
ask.
to give you a better one. I was watching this on Facebook, and this girl was on the TV show with Jocelyn from Love and Hip Hop, and she got her own show. And the girl was like, "I'm here, and I just had a abortion with twins, but I'm here still." And in the background, the girl was like, "Oh, that's a double homicide."
Some idiot.
That's a double homicide.
Well, here's the answer to your question.
That
It
is
depends.
they
If
come
we're
from the
talking
same
about a
womb.
baby,
They come from the same womb.
if we're talking about a baby,
They have
then
to-
we can call
they're-
it a serial killer. But guess what? Before we call it a serial killer, the baby would have to be the same amount of months. It would have to be the same baby daddy.
It's the same.
It would have to be the same doctor.
No, it don't have to be the same. It don't have to. It could be the same amount of months. I'll go with that.
Yeah. Same
sex,
daddy. Same daddy.
Same,
Same
no, it
sex.
don't have to be the same daddy.
No.
because
I
you
want
know it's a different
cereal. No, cereal. Every time I have sex with him, I get pregnant, and I'm gonna make sure
Nah,
that
most-
at 8 weeks.
So the definition, they point to some kind of psychological
Gratification to make you a serial killer.
Yes.
Well, I got a psychological gratification if I'm a drug dealer and I keep killing the joker on the corner.
Oh, you show up in my corner.
You
Boom,
showing up
not
on my
anymore.
corner?
You may not be happy about
I'm
doing
gratified.
that.
Might not be happy. That's a
that's-
psychological state
Yeah.
of happiness. It's called depression.
No. That's not a gratification. That's not a satisfaction either.
What did they say? Psychological satisfaction.
No.
So wait, if they
gratification.
like to see the
I'm
life
gratified.
come out of their eyes, then like when I
Okay,
shoot you.
yes, then.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yes. Like
Okay.
if you stare, yeah.
So I'm gonna
Like,
stare
yeah.
at the
And
drug
then
dealer.
And then if they
Then-
do like this over the body,
Yeah.
then that's serious.
Then take my
Yeah.
money.
So all I gotta do is jack off and look at it.
Wow, okay.
Wow, that is
Exactly.
psychotic.
My kids
That's
will
not
not
a
be
serial-
watching this episode. They don't really watch any of them.
That's thank God, because their mama is off the chain.
Off the chain.
Oh, look, I wore the chains, but she's off the chains
Yep,
today.
'cause I watched Woman King. You ain't gonna put no chain on me. You ain't gonna put no chain on me. Where my machete? Where my machete at?
Look at here. I'm gonna have to
You gonna-
close the show.
Is it?
Because she's
Already?
getting
Wait, we
machetes
got
out.
A couple of more. We don't got.
No, we she's out of control. So serial drug dealer killers, don't do it.
I'll deal with
Please.
killers and dealers, drug
Please don't
niggas and
do it.
bangers.
Kudos to Illinois governor and their legislators. Maybe we ought to move to Illinois.
No,
You don't think
it's
so?
cold,
Cold.
and it's racist.
So how about we move there in the
Racism
summer?
is everywhere. Cold.
It's cold. It's cold. He's coming.
You're not running
And-
from racism. Try your best.
And like-
That's like your shadow.
Is that your shadow? No, girl, that's racism.
I value overt racism, okay?
I do too. That's
Look.
why I love the South.
Yes.
I like to see it.
Yes.
I see
yes,
you, and you
yes.
see
And
me.
they're like, yes, and I see you too.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Denied for this job.
That's what,
At least you get you some money.
and like we say here on Diva.
Wait. That
Oh my
inverted
God.
racism
Can I
in the
end-
North, man. You can't catch it. That's how they are able to get away with it.
Northern racism, we're not drinking to. Southern racism, we're
are.
not drinking
Shout
to.
out to all my Southern racists.
Getting rid of racism, we will drink to that.
Do we have to though?
Getting rid of it. Wait, you wanna-
It's not getting rid of judging people. It's getting rid of.
Yeah, is that what you were worried about?
Because I like to, I like to judge somebody. Like, first of all, she a
Them
weak.
shoes.
She a weak.
She weak.
You already know what I'm talking about. She a weak woman, and we don't do that here because that's strong black women. You know.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the episode 53.
It went really fast. Are we sure we finished?
We're done.
Are we finished or are we?
We're both. Please look for our episodes every Wednesday. Find us on Spotify, Apple Podcast,
Apple,
and Google Podcast.
Google us.
Be sure to catch our videos on YouTube every Wednesday. We push them out for you. Tell us what color you want to see and we'll produce it. Check out all this beauty to match it with the beautiful voices.
Nice.
Subscribe.
And don't forget to subscribe.
This episode is sponsored by Cutie Nails and Spa. Make sure you go let a team of cuties where you can get a manicure, a pedicure, a facial.
I thought we only did that at the beginning.
And some lashes. We do what we want to do because this diva is
just
the
making this show
host
longer.
of Cutie Nails and Spa.
we could have been talking about a whole nother topic.
Thank you to Cutie Nails and Spa. And in closing, as we say here on Diva Chord, we'll drink to that. I'm going to need you
I'm about to tell you
to
something.
let me
Are we
close my show.
Girl, you was taking too long.
She can't let it breathe. She can't let it breathe.
You started.
You can't
Who
let it breathe.
She said, I
You
would
can't
love
let
for
it
you.
breathe.
Well,
We got to drink to that.